god, you know what I look like? I look like the Queen of Hearts from Wonderland, don't I? My hairstyle today? Oh well, I just combed my hair and I end up looking like this, so I'm gonna go with it. Hey guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and today I am going to be talking about My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 14. Okay, no I'm not. Okay, so this video is going to serve as a review for Episode 14, but it's not the main topic that I want to talk about today. The main topic I want to talk about is Bakugo, and the reason why is because this episode, especially at the end, you will notice throughout this episode that we have some attention on Bakugo, but it gets all pulled away, all robbed from us, and goes directly to Midoriya. Especially at the end with that brand new shoot style. I mean, come on. How can you not want to talk about that shoot style? So, I know a lot of people out there are going to be talking about Midoriya's new fighting style, and that's great. But I'm not going to be like everybody else. I want to actually make a video that doesn't just sound like everybody else's video. Because if I talked about Midoriya, it's going to sound like just like everybody else's video, because how can you not want to talk about shoot style? That was just absolutely awesome, that last little scene with Midoriya jumping up there and kicking that rock. It's pieces with All Might standing there and just looking up at him, having that little flashback of when he first met him to what he is today, and him with that just adorable smile. Man, I just love My Hero Academia so much. As much as I want to talk about that, no, I really want to talk about Bakugo, and the reason why is because, like I said, I feel like his attention was all stolen off of him, and you know, when you read the manga in these chapters, if you don't know, My Hero Academia usually the episodes consist of 3 to maybe 5 or 6 chapters each, and that one with Hatsume Mei was chapter 100, and then after that 101. And I don't think Midoriya smashes that rock until either the end of 101 or 102. I think it was 101 though. Anyway, the way the manga did it though, because you just have that time between the chapters, you know, usually you have to wait a week. Because of the way the manga did it, we got a chance to think about Bakugo more in the time leading up to chapter, I think it was 100. So in I want to say it's chapter 99, and a little bit throughout out chapter 100, but mostly chapter 99, they really pulled their attention to Bakugo. Of course, to the rest of the students, of course, we get Midoriya in the beginning of the episode, thinking about what he's going to do with his powers, and All Might comes up to him and says, "Hey kid, you're still imitating me," which was just great. But we got so much focus on Bakugo in the manga, more focus than he got in the anime, and that to me just seems like it's going to be kind of a redirect. Like, I think what they're doing is trying to redirect us and the anime onlys away from Bakugo, which is just great, because Bakugo ends up doing some amazing things in the rest of the arc. But because of that, I feel like in today's video, I just simply want to talk about Bakugo and the future of his character. So, Bakugo, let's face it, when we first met him, we all hated the guy's guts. I'm trying to think of just something I could say without cussing, because he's a jerk. He was an absolute jerk. When I first read the manga, when I first watched the anime, I watched the anime first before I read the manga, I did not like this kid at all. Nope. In fact, I liked Sasuke from Naruto about a million times more than I ever liked Bakugo from the beginning of the show. I'm talking about the beginning of the show. As we got more from the story of Bakugo, you know, you kind of gotta look at him in the background, but you will notice that it's been a very long time, ever since, he hasn't done it since the real beginning of the season. He hasn't really bullied Deku at all like he used to at the beginning of the show or the manga. And I mean, eventually he becomes a great rival with of course, Midoriya and Todoroki, for God's sakes. And you can just see throughout basically the entire series him starting to almost respect Todoroki. I mean, at the beginning of Season 3, of course, he's being a jerk, calling him half-boy, but there is this slight, slim line of respect for Todoroki as well as Deku, that it's very between the lines. I mean, that's the only reason why he says stuff like that, like he's gonna kill him and stuff like that. Believe it or not, he really doesn't say that to anyone except Midoriya and Todoroki. So he has just a slight respect for those two. It's very deep. You really gotta read between the lines to tell, but you could see that throughout the series, he started to really calm down. Or at least mellow out. Not necessarily calm down, because, God, it's Bakugo. But other than that, he has one of the absolute most amazing quirks in My Hero Academia. I'm not gonna say it's better than One for All, of course not, but if I compared his abilities to what Todoroki can do, Todoroki, Ice and Fire, that sounds amazing, but what Bakugo is able to do with his powers outshines what Todoroki is able to do with his powers. Because what did Todoroki have? He has fire, he has ice. What can Bakugo do? He can fly! He can fly and blow stuff up. Well, which one's more useful? Of course, the ice and fire seems like it is, but Todoroki can't fly yet. Maybe he can if he uses firepower more, but he doesn't know how to fly. Bakugo does. And Bakugo, let's not forget, figured that out before the show even started. He started flying pretty much from when he just got into UA. So he's able to use his powers in some really interesting way. And he keeps thinking about how he can use his powers. He keeps wanting to progress. He keeps wanting to be the number one. And it's because he wants to be the number one. He knows himself that his powers aren't the strongest, most awesomest, greatest thing ever. Of course, he speaks like it is, but he knows himself that if he went against All Might, he would lose. That doesn't mean he's not gonna try to be All Might, which of course he does at the end of Season 2. He tries to be All Might. He knows that his powers are strong, but he knows if he doesn't use them the right way, he could never be number one. And that's what really happens in this episode as well. We only saw one move. We only saw the AP shot, but I think they specifically said that he came up with about 4 or 5 multiple moves. I might be wrong about the number, but he came up with multiple moves, not just the AP shot, not just the armor-piercing shot. That was just the one they showed. So I just absolutely cannot wait to see those animated. Of course, I'm a manga reader, so I know what's coming up next. I can't wait to see more of Bakugo, believe it or not. In am I a Bakugo fan? You know what? For a very long time, until I would say, again, I'm a manga reader, so I read the manga before it started season 3. I would say I absolutely hated everything about Bakugo until at the end, not necessarily at the end, until season 3, until I read in the manga where Bakugo and Midoriya was watching All Might fight One for All. All for One. And he's standing there, and he looks over. He's standing there. He's seen All Might win the day, and you can see a smile on his face. He's like, "Yeah, that's why he's number 1. That's what I'm going to beat." Then he looks over and sees Midoriya, and he's not thinking to himself, "Weakling, crybaby." He's thinking to himself, what is their relationship? And he even asked that to All Might later on. What is All Might's relationship with them? Of course, All Might doesn't tell him, but he has that in the back of his mind. And he also knows, remember, Midoriya told him from season 1 that he got his powers from somebody else. All Might Bakugo can easily put 2 and 2 together that was All Might giving him his powers. He doesn't know how, he doesn't know the specifics, but he knows All Might gave his powers to Midoriya. So he has to defeat Midoriya's powers. And he already has gone up against All Might once before. He knows what All Might is capable of. He now knows what Midoriya is capable of because he's gone up against All Might. And this actually gets to him a lot more than what he's showing. You know? And it's just fantastic the way the writer Horikoshi wrote the character. And it's going to become very important in the next upcoming arc, which is, of course, the Privilege License Exam. I think I just said that wrong. It's basically the driver's ed license exam. It's not like they're a full-fledged license. You get your practical license before you get your actual driver's license. It's basically like that. It's a driver's ed license. It's not a full driver's license, but for heroes, obviously. So, this next arc, I want you guys to really pay attention to Bakugo. Not only because of his moves, but because of his attitude. Because we all know that he has an attitude problem, and he actually still does. He's mellowed out quite a bit, but he actually still does have quite an attitude problem. And even Best Genius tried to teach him that he has an attitude problem and that he needs to fix that. Well, after this license exam, I'm not going to spoil anything, but he's going to realize in this license exam, and according to manga reader, so I know I'm not going to spoil how, but he's going to realize that something is changing. Something is changing, and there is going to be this huge pivotal moment later on in the season. I kind of hope that this might be the season 3 finale. I'm not sure if it is. If it's not, it's going to be at the beginning of season 4. But there's going to be this really important moment where he actually pretty much breaks down and realizes what he has to do to become the number 1 hero. What his powers can do. What his relationship with Midoriya can do in the future. It's going to be a really interesting and important moment for Bakugo moving on. And I just can't wait till we get there. I can't wait to see it animated. Now, real quick, just to slide over with what happened in the rest of the episode. shoot style, absolutely amazing. I love the fact that we got to see this. Of course, Midoriya finally realizing that he doesn't have to be an All Might straight wannabe. He can use his powers his own way. And then, of course, everything with Hatsume, especially between Hatsume and, what is her name, Uraraka? Oh my god, Uraraka and Hatsume made this episode for me. Again, I know I talked about Bakugo a lot in this episode, but those two are what made it for me. Because we know that Uraraka has a little something for Deku, and Hatsume, Hatsume was very, very close. Let me just say that. Of course, she was not thinking of a relationship. She was not doing anything she was doing because she wanted to date him. But just the look on Uraraka's face, and especially that one little scene with Midoriya trying to explain his name, he's like, Midoriya. I just couldn't stop laughing at that. That was great. And let's not forget, so we all know All Might is a pretty bad teacher. So the little book, I don't care what they actually called it, it was basically teaching for dummies, so the fact that he had that in his back pocket, and Aizawa even knows that he had that in his back pocket, that had me cracking up. You know, that had me laughing in the manga as well. I was really excited and really happy to see that, but I don't know if it's because of the voice work or what, but that scene had me cracking up. It really did. The fact that the fact that he has teaching for dummies in the back of his pocket, that's just great. That's just great. Anyway, that's all I can tell you guys about My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 14. Love the episode. I talked a lot about Bakugo in this video, I know, but really, you guys should watch him. He's never going to become my favorite character. My favorite character is always going to be between Midoriya and Deku, but he does have importance in the story. I'll just say that. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Bye.